think people are so brainwashed. You get up in the morning, you click on the computer, you see all these pictures, and it's all you think of is the picture and the image that you see all day, every day, and you don't see the human form. And I think when Nina Simone put out music, you loved her voice. That's what she wanted you to love. That was her instrument. But you didn't get brainwashed by her day-to-day life and what her child is wearing and who she's dating and, all the things that really, it's not your business, And it shouldn't influence the way you listen to the voice and the art. But it does.
My name's Rusenica. Welcome to my casual YouTube channel. This is where I talk absolutely anything casual or monumental related to life. And today it just happens to be what's going on in pop culture. And I always say I'm not the most educated on current events or what's happening in the news, but I am pretty pop cultured. But I guess this week there's kind of been a lull of crazy news. It's just been a couple of stories I've been keeping up with because they either align with my interests or they're shocking. Like the Cardi B video that just went on. Cardi B, I'm going to explain what happened with her, but the topics that I'm going to be talking about this week are Cardi B getting into an altercation, my thoughts on the whole Ariana Grande mess, which is just going on too long. People need to stop. It's oh my God, it's so annoying. Stop talking about it so much. Because y'all's families be just as messy as her, but don't want to give them the same smoke. Miss Doja Cat in hot water. The Barbie backlash / Barbie, how people feel about the Barbie movie mixed with the Oppenheimer comparisons. I'm gonna give my 2 cents on that. And then whatever the heck else I mentioned in this video. Doja Cat is in hot water because she is seemingly ungrateful for her fans and she insults her fans through her tweets. This whole thing came about because I guess some of her fans were calling themselves kittens, or Doja Cat got a whiff of some of her fans calling themselves kittens, or somebody told her or tweeted at her that her fans are calling themselves kittens or whatever. And then Doja Cat tweeted out, I don't want to swear. I hate swearing on YouTube. It makes me feel so bad and so dirty. My fans will call themselves, I think it was if you call yourself a kitten, if you call yourself kitten or kittens, you need to get a real job, and then help your parents out with house or something. Basically, you need to get a life is what she was saying to her fans. And the world is kind of outraged because they're like, how would dare Doja Cat do this to her fans? Her fans are her life support. Her fans are the reason she has income. Her fans are everything, And I just want to remind everybody, and Doja Cat herself said this, Doja Cat been a weirdo, will always be a weirdo, is not built to be pop star level famous, and it does not care about her image. The woman could not care less about what's most consumable to you as a person. And I feel like her real fans know that. I'm not even this is going to make me sound like a hardcore Doja Cat fan. I listen to Doja Cat's music and I just like her music. I don't keep up with her personal life unless I'm doing these. But I sincerely, I don't ride for Doja Cat. The only reason I'm defending her at all is because I feel like people want power over celebrities and to really control them in a way and to make them as pleasant, as consumable, as easy to digest as possible, when it's that's not even true to them. So what the heck are you guys so mad about? Because Doja Cat has been a weirdo. Not saying that in Doja Cat's a weirdo, so leave her alone, stop listening to her music, stop entertaining her. I'm saying Doja Cat got famous off of a song named Moo, and she pointed this out herself on an Instagram live. It's weird, I sound more and more of a fan. I'm on an Instagram live in September 2022. But anyways, she pointed this out herself. She got famous off a song named Moo, and the lyrics in Moo, I hate swearing, but I'm just gonna have to swear just to quote this. But the lyrics in Moo are, "Bitch, I'm a cow. I'm a cow. I'm something like, I'm not a cat. I don't go meow meow. And then a bunch of vocals just being like, moo, landing on the moon. Like, she's so, like, the woman almost quit a few months ago because she didn't want to be a pop star anymore. Probably because of instances like this where she's like, listen, if you call yourself a if you're a fan of mine, you're not gonna call yourself a kitten. You're not gonna call yourself a kitten. I hate that. That's annoying. And I feel like the fans who are her real fans know that, like, that's just the way that she speaks. That's her personality. And I understand it's disrespectful on her part. Like, I would not recommend a pop star go on Twitter, show themselves like in that way and be as open and candid, because, you know, the problem with cancel culture is that you no longer are speaking to your audience when you're posting online. You're speaking to your audience and anybody else who, like, has any sort of intention for you, or anybody else who likes you or dislikes you or is trying to get you canceled. So when you're posting, it has to be palatable for many people. Doja was posting for her fans, the people that would get her and know her. But everybody else is like, oh my god, Doja hates her fans. Oh my god, she's crazy. Oh my god, Doja Cat's so ridiculous and rude. That's what Doja Cat has been like forever. Watch a single interview with her. She's ridiculous. She's foul-mouthed. Yuck, I'm 50 years old. She's foul-mouthed, and she's just like, that's just her. And personally, I think the tweet is funny because I appreciate a celebrity with personality who's not just like there to be like, I'm grateful for you guys, I love my kittens. Like, there are so many celebrities that would say that and then behind doors be like, whoever calls themselves a kitten needs to get themselves a job. You know what I mean? Like, y'all want so much from the people that you look up to and don't even realize, like, no, that's who they are. So either accept it or reject it. Don't try to crucify them for being, like, rude when, like, people are just rude. Like, people are not, I don't know. I just don't, like, it's Doja Cat. We're talking about Doja Cat. The woman doesn't want to be famous. She's a weirdo. Y'all are canceling her truly for just, like, being herself. Like, she doesn't have any regrets about that messaging. It's a Doja Cat.
Okay, next on the docket, we have the Barbie movie Backlash. Okay. I saw the Barbie movie. If you haven't watched my review of it, please go look at the review. I love Barbie, okay? I've loved all of the cartoon movies. I loved everything about Barbie, the creativity. I loved, as much as I did critique the feminist themes of the film and the matriarchy versus patriarchy, I loved that it was included because I liked that it was hit on. But a lot of people did not. A lot of people are up in arms about the fact that Barbie is very pro-feminist and is calling out things in the movie that are like real world things, but a lot of people are upset about it, mainly repubs, mainly people who are not very liberal, my therapist included. Like, I feel like people who don't like the Barbie movie just don't like to acknowledge like the real themes of it and don't want to get into those conversations when they thought it was just going to be like a fun little brainless movie that you just go to and like, and it is kind of fun and you can turn your brain off a little bit, but it's like it also tackles real things that kind of make you feel very in depth, you know. And I'm mad that Barbie is being compared to Barbenheimer. I'm mad that Barbie's being compared to Oppenheimer because these are two beasts of movies, you know, like coming out on the same day. That's amazing. That's iconic. But I don't like that people are like Barbie or Oppenheimer. And like majority of men are obviously going to say Oppenheimer. And I feel like majority of the reviews I was seeing, movie reviews, also, I feel like every time I look at a movie review, it's by a man. Women, let's get on it, okay? I need us to stop relying on like men's opinions if we can help it and to start writing our own movie reviews. I saw a lot of men being very critical of the Barbie movie and then giving Oppenheimer like incredible praise. And while that may be true, like while it may be a good comparison, while it may be a valid comparison because they came out on the same day and they're both large movies that everyone's talking about, it's just not fair to compare the content because one is about a doll for that started off for children with like real life themes that people are talking about, and then one is about a historical event for like that's mainly geared towards men. Like, so I just kind of feel like it's annoying that people compare the two, because it's like those are two different audiences if we're gonna be for real. I did not take the ones written by men super to heart, because I'm like, you don't feel the connection to this movie the way that a woman would. You're not the target audience for Barbie, so you're probably not going to enjoy it as much. I want to read a review that's from the targeted audience to see like what they think about it, because the jokes are going to hit different, the story's going to hit different, the feelings are going to hit different. But if like I'm reading a review by some random guy named Sam Thulin, who's like, Barbie's manipulating the youth and separating men and women, like, you're so ill-informed, it's crazy. The Emmys are going to be postponed due to the strike, which is a little bit disappointing, but it's at the same time, I probably wasn't going to watch the Emmys. I'm just a little bit sad at the of me not having the opportunity to maybe even watch the Emmys. They're going to be postponed. They're not going to be like canceled, but I just feel like, okay, hopefully the strike goes on for a little while, because I feel like the longer the strike lasts, the more pressure it's going to put on like the terms of agreement for the strike to just end. And like, honestly, it's kind of interesting to see all of the details in relation to the strike, because I didn't even know what SAG-AFTRA was like a couple months ago. And to know the things that the actors are asking for, it just seems so baseline that I hope that the strike goes on a decent amount of time to make the people who need to make the decision nervous. But I'm also like, I don't have that big of a, I don't have a lot of faith in humanity. So like, who the heck knows? But yeah, I mean, it's going to be postponed. I'm a little bit sad about it, even though I probably was not going to watch it, just because I'm a consumer and I'm like, we want our entertainment. It's so sad.
Cardi B was on stage performing. I don't know where. It was an outside location. It looked like a Good Morning America type performance. I don't know. I just saw her performing, and a fan threw a drink at her while she was on stage. I don't think she was going on any like, God, I love you. Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. She was just singing, and a fan just threw a drink at her, and you could tell that drink was like hefty. Like, what the heck? It had a lot of liquid in there. Cardi B in like the moment was like, what the heck? So she just, you know, when you like think, you act like basically without thinking, and you're just like, she just threw her microphone down at the fan because she was so mad. And that's all of the that's all I've seen so far. Yikes. If I was Cardi, I might have done the same thing. People really try performers when they're just on stage, because people just want that power over them, I feel like. People are so reckless and horrible. Like, you know when Rita Ora got hit in the face and then her eye got busted and she had to stop her concert, all because one person was like, have my phone! What the heck, dude? Leave performers alone.
Ariana Miss Grande. I don't really want to talk about this as an Ariana Grande fan myself, because I'm kind of exhausted at the amount of people that are putting their 2 cents in, that are just doing it just to do it. Like, there are a lot of commentary channels talking about the Ariana Miss Grande tea, because it's like hot to talk about and it gets views. But I kind of feel like Beyonce herself said it best. She said, people don't want to talk about the music anymore. Everybody just want to talk about like so-and-so's personal choices, when it's like the artist thrives off of the art and creates the art for the masses. They do not live their life to be critiqued for like consumption of sales, but at the same time they do, which is like that, I don't know, like I'm a little bit annoyed at this, because I feel like as a fan of the person who's being largely critiqued, regardless if it's wrong or right, I know this whole thing is wrong based off the things that we're being given, based off the details we're being given. Like, if she truly just did get separated and then now is like rushing into a relationship, that's not something I would advise or like want any of my friends to do or go to like experience. But like, in defense of Ariana Grande, Ariana Miss Grande has done so much for the public. She donated like $3 million worth of money for people to have therapy with BetterHelp. She was like, "Hey guys, I'm giving away 3 mil. If you want to sign up for therapy, go ahead." She is such a high achieving artist. She like is so consistent in her music, is so consistent in her work. She keeps things light and like cute and fun. She's such a good role model. She's, I don't know, like there's just so many things about her that you can like see as positive, that are worth talking about, that she has put so much effort into maintaining. But then we see like her personal choices, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's like what, let's reduce my idea of her into that. Her personal choices about her personal life, and the things that she's going through, and like let's make videos about it and like prey on her downfall. Let's do it all, you know? And when it's like, no, this is like a high achieving woman who has overcome so much in the public eye. And now we're critiquing the fact that she is going through something that like millions of people go through like every year. Like so many people, a lot of y'all's mothers and fathers have gone through the same exact thing. And that's why so many people are divorced. Okay. And it's just annoying, I feel like, as a fan, to see a bunch of people being like, oh my God, Ariana, what are you doing? It's like, y'all's auntie conceived your cousins that same exact way, from flip-flopping from one husband to another. I don't know, there's just something about the fact that there are so many people in the same exact predicament that Ariana is in, where she's separated and dating, and yes, it's too fast, and yes, it may be like a little bit of a scandal that we all want to talk about, but it's also like, she's just an artist trying to live her life, and regardless of if it's a mistake after mistake, she'd be giving us art. I don't know, but I also like, drama's fun to feed into. It is. Drama is so fun to talk about and feed into. But I don't know what Beyonce said. Y'all don't want to listen to the music. Y'all don't care about the art as much as the artist. It's like, shoot, that should tug at your heart a little bit. Anyway, that's all I have for my thoughts on. I'm sure that I could have added like 5 more things, but nothing else was standing out to me. Everything was a little bit too boring this week. So, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or night.